Those of you on Zoom, can you hear me? Thanks for your patience. All right, so from KW Command, okay, so we are putting in a contact if you're on Zoom and just coming in, right? We're creating a new contact in Command, okay, but from the contact section and clicking Create Contact. What we want to have in there is their street address, okay, which is found on the very bottom of this contact record. You'll see additional contact information. To put that in, okay, so for those of you in class now, this will be new for you. I just want to show you that also in the About section underneath. That's where their birthday and home anniversary goes. Okay. Where you get their home anniversary, Realist, right? We talked about that. That's where the address is and also their home anniversary. The system will remind you 7 days before their home anniversary to write them a handwritten card, and they'll tell you on the day of so you can give them a call. And I'll show you how those notifications pop up. Okay, birthday, just a quick tip. All birthdays are actually put together in Facebook. So just to point out, there is a section in Facebook that does collect all of the birthdays together. So if you do want to see this, you can pull open your Facebook and I can show you where it groups all of them. It looks a little different from the phone, but if you are on Facebook, it's on the left-hand side, you'll see friends. Second. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you'll see friends. Okay, and this is under shortcuts. It might be a slightly different order for you. All right, but we're looking for friends on the left-hand side. Okay, and then you'll see birthdays, and it'll look normal at first. Okay, but I'm gonna have you scroll down to where you start to see them group. Okay, so if I scroll down past upcoming birthdays to the next month, February, you'll see them all collected, so you can hover over each one of them and see when their birthday is. This cuts a little time of having to go to their profile itself, right? You can go through each one here and hover over it. Again, the main benefit of having those in Command is it can text them on their birthday, okay? And I can tell you more about that. So your goal at this point should be to collect as much information about your contacts, those 5 pieces we talked about, all right? Email, physical address, phone number, birthday, and home anniversary. Okay. So you just take it from here and put it into Command. Questions on that? Great. Okay, so like I mentioned, there is a way to actually pull entire email lists from Remine in the MLS, okay? So if you guys would like to go ahead and do that with me, if you want to go ahead and log into the MLS, I'm going to show you how we can download entire lists from any neighborhood. Now, does anyone have a neighborhood that they're trying to farm in here? Nice, that's a good one. That is a big one. All right, so what you're gonna want to do is log into the MLS, okay? I'm gonna show you what those steps are. I have a recording of it because I don't have access to the MLS, so I'm gonna show you what those steps are, okay? So you're logging into the MLS and you should see these apps, correct? Okay. And we want to go to Remine. So Remine Pro, this one right here. Okay. So once you click on that Remine Pro, Sorry, can I look at your? Oh, hello, hello. Who has this open? Do you? You have this open? Remind. Oh, nice.
Plug
Okay.
in and
That's different than
different.
I want. They must have updated it, maybe. Maybe even just searching apps. Maybe search Remind from there. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like they did you search it? Okay. It looks like they might have changed the layout of Canopy, like the apps there. So in case you don't see it from this page, just click search apps at the top and type in Remind Pro, not Remind. It's like you're mining for gold, which is kind of accurate. So Remind Pro, search it in the apps. You should be able to find it. Okay. So then on the left-hand side, we're going to want to click on the search option. Okay. And we are going to search by the neighborhood that we want to farm. Okay. And what this will do is allow us to, again, pull all of those email addresses and physical addresses so you can send them that neighborhood nurture email that we just saw, right? With the mini CMA, what their home's worth, etc. So at the top, right, I searched Valentine Country Club, but you can search whatever neighborhood you want. Just noting that whenever it pulls up, you might have to scroll down, like it might show you like different things like schools first. You might have to scroll down to find the neighborhoods option. Just to catch anyone up, so far what we've done is gone to Remind Pro in the MLS. We click on search on the left-hand side and then put in the neighborhood that we want. When the drop-down pops up, reminder to scroll down. You might have to find the neighborhood section. So you can click on Valentine Country Club or whatever neighborhood that you're doing. Okay, so this next part is the key part that I found confusing. All right, so did everyone get a neighborhood pulled up? Awesome. Okay. If you need help, just let me know. All right, but what we're going to do is then on the left-hand side, so it should show you how many results there are, right? How many results are right here. Typically, I mean, over 2000 tends to really, I mean, it just takes longer. It's not that big of a deal, right? But this one has 3000. Okay. Well, we'll see how long it takes to download. You'll still be able to, right? But then all of those can be entered into command, not manually. They'll just be imported in for you. Okay. So where it says results, we want to click select all. So see on the right-hand side above the property, it says select all. Click on that. That's a really key point. Okay. And then once you do that, click on save search. Hold on a sec. Now, actually, once you click on select all, you should have the cart option. So you can click on cart. And it should have you name the file. Okay. So again, that cart option doesn't pop up till you click select all, which I find confusing. That threw me off the first few times I did this. So all we did, we searched for the amount that we want. If you zoom in, it'll show you, you know, how many you want. You can always zoom out. And then once you click select all, then you click to cart and you can name it anything you want. It's just viewed by you. So you can name it the neighborhood name, let's say. And then you can click on the add to cart, add properties to cart. Okay, so this is the final step. And then you have 900 new email addresses. Okay, so once that's added to your cart, right, you'll get that success button on the top right here. And we want to go over to the left-hand side and actually select the carts option to view that. Or email address? Yeah, and physical addresses and their phone numbers for that matter. I know. Right, and then, right, what command can do is if you have their physical address, it knows what neighborhood they live in, and it'll send them a neighborhood update every month for you. And it looks like you put it together, right, with a custom website about their neighborhood. I don't know, Halvard. there and if it shows up correctly. I have never, but yes, I assume so. Okay, sorry. So that next step is now to download those. So if you click on carts on the left-hand side, select the cart that we named. And by the way, this is a recording, so if you want me to send you this video, you can shoot me an email. I'll put my email on the board in a second here, and I'll just send it right to you, so you don't have to remember all of this. So we click on Ballantyne Country Club, or whatever you named yours, right? Whatever neighborhood. And then click the top checkbox that's in line with the header bar to select all. And then we're just going to click on Export. So then click on Export at the top. See if there's another window. Okay, so this comes up. You can have it just pull all of that information so you'll have to name the file at the top. I would just name it the neighborhood name again. I've done it once where I've scrolled down and turned some of these off so I just get the email, but honestly, just leaving them all on and clicking export, then the pertinent information will be imported into command for you, which I'll tell you the how in a second here. But essentially leaving all those toggles on, rename it, click export, and that'll download it to your computer, or it'll download it to the downloads. Now, this is where it takes a solid, depending on how many contacts you downloaded, 5 minutes for it to pop up, and you'll see a green bar pop up at the top that tells you that your export was successful, and it'll just be on an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so once you click on that, it should show you this green bar letting you know that it'll take a few minutes. And then once it does actually download, here's that bar just so you can know. But yeah, I mean, it takes probably a solid couple minutes, depending on the contacts. That's what it'll look like once it's done. So just leave this tab open, okay? And we'll check back on it so you can download it. Okay, there's one last step that you need to know, because right now we have an Excel spreadsheet. How do I get that into KW command? And the answer is Scott Lorry Marketing will do it for you for free. Love that. So has anyone used Scott Lorry Marketing? Okay, they set up your KW tech, right? They're like they're always free for you to use, and they are our virtual tech, okay? So if you ever have questions on the KW tech, of course, we have in-house answers for you, but support at scottleroymarketing.com is where we want to email the spreadsheet with your command login and password, and they will import it for you. For those of you online, I'll put this in the chat in a second here. Got Leroy Marketing. Okay, I know that's a little hard to read, but it's basically just support at scottleroymarketing.com. We're going to email the spreadsheet here with the command login, okay? And they will import it into command within 24 to 48 hours typically. Okay, just a heads up, they do usually send it back to you to approve, so keep an eye out for that. They're just asking to make sure they copy and pasted things correctly. Okay, but how you get contacts from an Excel spreadsheet like this into command, you email it to support at scottleroymarketing.com. They do it for you for free within about 48 hours. Then you'll have all of those contacts right in your database to receive this neighborhood nurture email, okay? If you want these remind steps or you have any questions, here is my email as well. You can email Leah at JuLeahDesigns.com. Okay, so Leah at JuLeahDesigns.com. You can just put remind video or class today, whatever, and I'll know to send you that. Okay. So there's a final step now that you'll have to do once Scott Lorry Marketing imports those, or that you can do with any contacts that you currently have to start receiving the neighborhood nurture, okay? So now we found how to get any email addresses that you want from neighborhoods to farm, okay? And we're going to email it to Scott Lorry Marketing. Do we all feel comfortable with those steps? Great, okay. So now if you could join me back in command. I'm going to show you what that final step is once they are added to command. You can also just meet with me and I can do it with you. But this will now apply to anyone that you have physical addresses in here for and an email, right? So they need an email address and a physical address for this to work. All right, so if you have yourself in here or if you want to do it to all contacts. So first of all, if you want to search yourself to see how to do it one by one, Simply, maybe you have it open already. You can search yourself. So how you would add one contact, let's say you got their address, right? And now I'm going to go ahead and add them to a smart plan, okay? So smart plans in Command are probably my favorite feature. It's one of the #1 things I would recommend using right off the bat. Okay, and what it does is it sets up a consistent system for you, but it can be email, it can be text, it can be reminders. Okay, for this one, we're going to go to the Smart Plans tab. So all I've done so far is I opened up any contact. I would do yourself so you can see what it looks like and you can receive these. On the right-hand side of the contact, you'll see Smart Plans. And you'll see Add to Smart Plan. This only has to be done one time for the contact, and I'll show you how to do it in bulk. But again, even if you don't remember what I'm saying, remember this feature exists, and I can tell you to search the answer or come meet with me. All right, so when you search neighborhood, sorry, I didn't say that out loud. So if you search neighborhood on the top left, right there, you should just have two options pop up, the my bi-weekly neighborhood nurture and the monthly neighborhood nurture, difference just being the frequency that it sends. So if you want 2 emails a month versus 1 email a month, my strategic recommendation overall is 2 emails a month in general they should be receiving from you to stay top of mind as a strategy. However, the exact strategy would be 1, this email here, and then a second education hyperlocal based email, which I'm going to show you how to create, or just have Scott Leroy Marketing do it for free. Or of course, we can do it for you as well. All right. So up to you, if you want, if it's for you, you could go ahead and do either one, the bi-weekly neighborhood nurture, so you get that more often. All right, but either one that you click, that adds them to that smart plan. Okay, it's asking if we want to start now. I can click I have read and click confirm. Okay. And so then you might have to refresh your page, but you will see the smart plans tab on the right-hand side update. So you can always see if a contact is on a smart plan already from the contact record where it says smart plans. Well, why? Might just be lagging. And how we do it in bulk. There we go. All right, so you should see it under my smart plans. But let me show you how to do it in bulk so that if they do have a neighborhood in that address, maybe you don't know which ones do, right? But any of them that do can start receiving this right now. Okay, so let's go back to all of your contacts. And you'll notice it might be only showing you 10 at a time. That kind of drives me crazy. So if you instead want to show your full list, which I would recommend, click on the drop down near the bottom right that shows how many contacts you have. And I would just recommend changing it to 500 so you always see all your contacts and can select all your contacts at once. When you do that, so when you change this number here, you'll notice it says save changes up here. So if you want to always see 500, all of your contacts when you log in and not just 10 at a time, you can change the number that you're seeing here and then click save changes. Okay, and then you'll always view that number anytime you log in. All right, so this final step here would be, so this is how we bulk add to a smart plan, that neighborhood nurture. So if you click on the checkbox on the very top left again, so the one on the gray header, it'll select everyone. Okay. And so again, this would only send it to the people that have an email address and a physical address. Okay. And if you want to just go through the steps and you're not ready for that, that's okay. But you would select all and then click on the bottom right. It says add to smart plan. I just want to point out these options on the bottom right do not appear until you check the check boxes. Okay, so notice there's nothing down there on the top right or bottom right. But once I click the check boxes, now I have the option to add to smart plan. Pointing that out. So I'll click add to smart plan, and these are the same steps, right? I'm going to type in neighborhood. You can select either the monthly neighborhood nurture, which that is the strategy on top of, I'm going to show you how to send an education-based email. But if I click on select, let's say on the monthly one, either one, It's going to show you how many contacts here have errors, meaning they don't have a neighborhood or they don't have an email. Okay, so at this point, you could go ahead and click remove contacts with errors. Okay, and it will add the amount of contacts that you do have the requirements for to that smart plan. Now, you can always just start now. I mean, up to you, unless you want to start tomorrow, but I would always just start now for the neighborhood nurture and then click I have read and confirm. Correct. Yes. Great question.
Is there a way to see what had errors? Do you think some
Oh, yeah, they're all missing neighbor. Yeah, so this is what it'll show. Say that again. So see how it shows the error. And you can export that list too. So you could then have it on Excel. And so it's saying missing neighborhood. So what, if you put in the physical address, it knows their neighborhood, but you could manually enter in their neighborhood just to give you that option. Right. But so you can remove them from there, right? Or you can also filter by these so that you can fill in the blank for those. So once you click to remove contacts and then start the plan, they'll receive it right away, and that will keep happening every month forever. Questions on that? Okay.
don't know their email address?
Good question. Forewarn, I don't think has that information. I think actually you can in Remind Pro, if I'm remembering, where we search for the neighborhood. I think it also says people. I would have to fact check myself. So possibly on that. Let me get back to you on that, Carolyn. Does anyone else have a savvy way to get people's email addresses? Okay, yeah. Does that show email addresses? Okay, so forewarn is okay. The email address and physical address. Great. Nice. Okay. So yeah, we can dive more into that if you need help, Karen. But yeah. Okay. So that should be the one email that's going out every month. So on your to-do list, right, getting the contact information for your contacts, their physical address, and email would be your top two. Okay. All right. Now, as far as that second email that can go out. Okay, so Scholarly Marketing, I'm going to show you how you can create your own custom email as well. But Scholarly Marketing can do it for you for free for 500 contacts, which is awesome. The only catch is you have to go and request it each month, okay? So what you can do, so if you want to pull up a new tab, I'm just going to show you where you can go request a free email newsletter from Scott Leroy Marketing. So you can go to scottleroymarketing.com. I will say this is a national-based email, but it's free and done for you, which is great. Okay, so scottleroymarketing.com. If you scroll down and click on, let's click on login on the right-hand side, actually. So scroll down, click on login on the right-hand side, white toolbar. Your password for this is 350. That's our market center number. I believe we're the 350th KW made. So you can type in 350. If you click remember, it'll always keep you logged in. Click login. That gives you free access to everything on the site. Most things, rather. So 350 will be your login on scottleroymarketing.com. Okay. Now, once you've logged in, okay, it activates all the options on the toolbar. So if you hover over agent resources at the top, you'll see marketing support and a monthly newsletter. So you see a monthly newsletter and a monthly blog. We're going to talk about both. This monthly newsletter, if I click on it, is really just going to give me a short form to fill out. Okay, name. And once you fill it out one time, your computer will remember. They really just need your command, login, and password. So it's just name. And then your command, login, and password. And then they can send it up to 500 contacts for you. So if you want them to send it to all contacts for you, you can click on all contacts. And they'll do that within 2 business days. I wish they had an example of what it looks like. It looks pretty good. I mean, if you want to see it first, you can always click on the I will send this myself, and they'll put it in your command for you so you can check over it before sending it. And I can always help you further with that. Okay. But so, like I said, the only catch, it's free, it's awesome. You just have to remember to go in once a month to request it. They don't do that automatically. So we could set up a reminder to do so. You can do that in command, right? Set up a reminder for the first of every month to remind you to go fill out this form. Okay. Would you like to see how to do that?
Yeah.
Great.
Do we have an example how it looks like this letter kind of bicycle?
I don't have.
Yeah, before you get out of there, which one do you go to get there?
Good question. So that's, and I'll shoot them an email and see if they can forward me a copy real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I've seen one agent use it. So agent resources up here is where I went, and you do need to be logged into the site, right? Okay. And then agent resources marketing support. So I'm hovering over those two, and then I can click on monthly newsletter. Just pointing out the same concept is true of the monthly blog. They will put this on your website, which is really huge for search engines, okay? So let me show you how you could set up a reminder to go in and edit that each month, okay? And let me ask, they might be able to get it over to me before class is done. Let me ask Scott Lorry Marketing if they can send an example. Okay, so how we would set this up as a reminder in command, okay, is first, let's grab this link up top. So we're going to copy this link so we don't have to come find this page again. So simply click on the URL bar at the top, it'll highlight it, and you can copy it. Okay. Once you do that, let's go back to command. Okay. And there's a tasks section right here on the left-hand side. It's the third option down. Tasks. So in the task section, how you could create a reoccurring reminder with that link, okay, task, create new task. The action button's always on the top right, this greenish button, blue, whatever. Okay, so create new task, task name, okay? Let's say submit newsletter, right? Or whatever, newsletter form, whatever you'd like it to say. Okay, and you'll see an option for the hyperlink. So I would recommend pasting in the link to that right here. So every month when it pops up, you just click on it and the form will autofill. So it'll really just take you a couple seconds once you do it once. If you're feeling crazy, we could add the blog link right here as well, so we can do both at once, okay? So if you want to do that, I'm going to switch tabs back to the Scott Lorry Marketing website. It's like the crown icon in black and red. They put it on there automatically, or well, when you request it, yes. No, please. Exactly. Right. Yeah. Are you looking at the monthly newsletter smart plan? This, okay, cool. Yeah. So we're taking that one right here and copying it into the hyperlink in the task. Would you like to see that again? Okay. Nice. There you go. Okay. If not, I'm happy to show you again. Now, so if you wanted to just throw the blog link in there too, so you have both in one reminder each month, we're just going to go find that last time, ideally, under agent resources, marketing support, and then monthly blog. And I can copy, so same concept, right? It's just going to be a short form. I can copy the URL for this one. So same process, but this time I would recommend maybe putting it in description just so you have both of them. So just mentally noting, okay, you see the monthly newsletter one, and then description will have the other hyperlink so you can get to both. Obviously, you could create two different tasks, but I like them in one, up to you. All right, so the bottom options here is we really, I mean, if you want that to go out on a certain time, like let's say you want to request it the first of each month, right? or whatever that is. You can pick the exact day, but the key is under repeat that we switch that to monthly, right? So the drop down about repeating will depend on, so like it says monthly on the second Thursday because today is the second Thursday, right? But if you change like the calendar to, let's say, the first, right, it'll change, it'll correlate the repeating drop down. Does that make sense? Okay. And then once you click create, it'll remind you each month to go do that. Okay, and I'm going to show you where those reminders pop up. Let me ask Scholar Marketing for that newsletter example, and if they don't get it to me in time for the class to be over, I'll send it to you guys. Okay, so if you do want to jot down a note to email me after class for that remind video, if you just email me at all, I'll know what to send you. And I'll send you a copy of what this newsletter looks like so you can see yourself as well. Okay, it is a free version, which is great. That will automatically send for you. Okay, questions on that? Because I'm going to show you how you can create a custom email now in Command. Yes.
So if I had created that task.
Mhm.
how
Oh,
do I get
yes.
back?
Thank you for reminding me because I didn't tell you how to check tasks or anything. Okay, so tasks, first of all, in Command. Okay, I'm going to show you from the app and from the desktop here. So from Command on your desktop, right, once I click Create on the very bottom, let's see, where does it, an upcoming. So you can toggle, you'll see your notifications, or I mean, your tasks on the right-hand side. I'm trying to see the upcoming ones so I could answer your question. You're asking how can you make sure you did it? I do. Let me answer that at the beginning of class or at the end of class so I can double check that for you. Thank you. All right, so these tasks are important. These come up from your smart plans as well. I just want to point out on your Command app that you'll see these as well. Does everyone have the Command app on their phone? Awesome. Great. Okay, I mean, you'll see a task icon on the bottom, and that's where you can check your tasks as well. That will really come in handy, especially when we set up a quarterly call plan. Okay, and what a quarterly call plan is just essentially reminding you to call your contacts once a quarter, right? It puts them in random order for you to call each quarter, and that's a part of the 33 touch, right? Does anyone have that already set up? So the reason I'm talking about it as well is a thing I like to use on it is, okay, so we could set up, and I can show you this, all of your contacts on a quarterly call plan. And again, what it would do is randomize your contacts and give you a reminder for whatever number, 5 people a day, let's say, to call. And that skips weekends and holidays. But okay, I mean, calling is the best. We all know that's the number one option we would want to do. But let's say, okay, I don't feel comfortable really calling this person. It'll give you a reminder. So at that time, if you want to text them or make that your reminder to go get their contact information. Remember how I was talking about that we need those 5 pieces of information, the physical address, email, birthday, home anniversary. Yeah, that's a very tedious task if you're looking at hundreds of contacts to do that for, right? The quarterly call plan can remind you of 5 contacts a day, whatever number, to tell you go clean up those contacts. Call them, ask them for their email, right? So if you'd like to do that, it would take seconds to do. It would only start reminders on your phone. The reason it's so important for emails, because I know this email marketing class, is, well, you need to go get their email addresses for this to work, right? Or you need to get their physical address for the neighborhood nurtured to work. So it will remind you 5 a day to clean up your database. So by the end of the year, you have a fully complete database based on KW standards to automate every piece of those touches. Okay. So if you do want to set that up, and again, if you don't remember everything I say, totally fine. Just remembering it's called a quarterly call plan or something like that. I'll know what you're talking about. All right. So these smart plans are on the left-hand side. We've played like this is where the neighborhood nurture is. Okay. Actually, sorry. If you can switch back to contacts where we were, I'm just going to have you, we don't really need to look at the smart plan because all it does is send you a reminder to call them. Okay. So if we have all of our contacts showing, does anyone have over 500 contacts in here? How many do you guys have? Like, nice. Okay.
And you're
Nice.
asking on the phone, which.
No, just in command. How many do you have? Okay, good. Okay. The reason I'm asking is, okay, if we want to pick 5 a day, right? If we want 5 people a day, all right, and you have 2 pages of contacts, we probably need to do 2 on each page. I'll help you with that as far as the math and figuring that out. But for right now, if you can follow along and click on contacts and make sure you're seeing 1 through 500, even if you don't have that many. Same process we did for the neighborhood nurture. So we're going to click on the top checkbox to select all. And we're going to click add to smart plan again. They will not receive anything. Just so you guys know, this is only notifications for you to clean up your database or reach out to them. Okay, so I selected all on the page. I click add to smart plan on the bottom right. And if you can search call, you'll see a quarterly call plan. Okay, and once you click on that, so if you click on select, okay, it's going to tell you, so this is going to be, we're going to do something slightly different here. It's telling me I'm missing information, but in this case, I want to add them to the plan anyway. I know they're missing information. I want to go get it, right? So we're going to click add to plan anyway. Okay, this part's also key and different. See where it says stagger start right here? Okay, this is telling you how many contacts you want to pop up each day, okay? So let's say you think you could do this for 5 people a day, 3 people a day. I think coaching says 20, but 5 is usually the number agents pick to make it reasonable. Now, if you have 2 pages of contacts, you guys, this is where I was talking about some math here, because we're going to do it again on the next page. So if you want to do like 3 on this page, and then we'll have to do 2 on the other page. It's silly how it breaks it up like that, but if you would like to, so again, this only really applies if you have 2 pages of contacts, right? You could do 3 here, and then we need to add the next page, and we could do, I mean, another 3, and you get 6 a day. Is that, I know that's really weird, but that only pertains if you have 2 pages of contacts or more. If anyone online has more than 2 pages of contacts, like if you have 1,500 contacts, right, you can add 500 at a time. So that's where I'm doing the math of, okay, if I want 6 a day, right, I would need to do each page at 2 at a time. It breaks my brain just even trying to explain it. So if you want my help setting that up, I'm more than happy to. I'll stick around after class. Okay. But the idea is, okay, how many do you want? Let's say 5 a day. Click that you've read this. It does not send them anything as long as you're doing the My Quarterly Call Plan. You click confirm. Okay. Now, most of you, that should be it if you only have 1 page of contacts. For those of you that have more than 500 contacts, just pointing out, so if you want the other people on that as well, you would need to click on the next page at the bottom and repeat that process. So again, only if you have multiple pages, I would select all, click add to smart plan, type in call, select, and this is when we're adding to the plan anyway. And we're stagger starting. So again, if you have 2 pages of contacts, maybe putting a 3 here for each page, then you'd get 6 total every day. Hopefully that's kind of clear. You click I have read and click confirm. Okay. So this is the most important part for you guys to know now is, all right, sorry, was there a question? Okay. Is how do I deal with those notifications? What's the system look like once those start popping up? So if you guys could pull up your command app on your phone, it might send you a code, usually does. I think it's supposed to be like every 2 weeks is it sends the code, but I see it happening all the time. It's good that it's really secure, I'll give it that. So again, for those of you online, we're logging into the command app and I will try to show it on the on the camera. One second, just grabbing this code. Okay. You're still working on getting logged in, no worries. If you are logged on in the command app, okay, when you do log in, okay, you'll notice at the top, there are colored boxes, right, that tell you what's due today, due soon, or past due. Okay, due soon might show it. I'll still get back to you. You did? You might have to teach a class next. I'm just kidding. Where was it?
When you went back into the filter,
Uh-huh.
you go down and click on the ones that I put in.
Nice.
As your name on there. I added that
Wow.
one.
I'm impressed you found that. Thank you. Very helpful. Okay, guys, this is the important part of the system that's key, okay? That not many agents use properly. Okay, so on the very bottom, you'll see tasks, and you might not have tasks pop up yet. Oh, sorry. On the very bottom center. So very bottom center, you'll have tasks. Yeah, I don't think it pops up. I think it'll pop up tomorrow unless those already popped up for you. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so what if you don't have any tasks? Okay, I can just show you here. But so what it'll do is let's say we have 5 tasks a day, right? 5 calls a day. It'll pop up the first 5 people tomorrow, okay? So yes, calling them would be the best case scenario. And when you do, okay, so if you have their phone number in here, you'll notice there's a call icon, next to it, right? By the task, right? It says call if you have their phone number. This is important to call them from here. So it calls from your phone number, but if you click call from here, right, it'll pop up what that number is and you can click and it'll start calling. The important part of it is, okay, it calls from your number. When you hang up, it gives you a pop-up that says, did you guys talk essentially, right? So I'm going to add activity. Sorry, it's asking if I want to add activity, okay? And that's what we're doing. The top option. Add a call activity and mark complete. Okay, and what that will do is then pop up a next box that will prompt you to put in the description of the call. Did you guys talk? What did you talk about? Okay, let's say you talked about their kid Sally's cheerleading practice, right? You put in what you talked about. Why that's so awesome is, right, each quarter it randomizes your contacts. So next quarter, when it's time to call them, right, it'll pop up and show you exactly what you talked about so you can reference, hey, how was Sally's cheerleading tryout? Wow, you remember my kid's name? That is a relationship builder right there, right? So it keeps track of your conversations for you and what you talked about, okay? Do you want to see that again, how you do it? Okay. My apps broke. Okay, so if you can find a task that has a call notification from there, you'll be able to do it with me. Okay, so this is from the task section. So that's the middle section on your command app task. Okay. And then if it's so it'll tell you starting tomorrow, I believe, 5 a day to call, right? And reminder that if you're not going to call them, which you should, but if it's simply going to their Facebook to get their birthday, going to Realist to get their physical address and their home anniversary, putting that in command, shooting them a text to say, how you doing? Can I get your email address to send you hyperlocal neighborhood updates about your neighborhood specifically, right? Use that reminder as a reason to reach out, right? It can be text, social media, or just going to find the information and putting it in command. That is such a tedious process, I know, finding their contact info. But if you do it at these 5 a day, right, by the time you're done, you can automate every single piece of this, right? They're getting emails from you, texts from you, right? You're getting call reminders for these people, birthday text, home anniversary, right? So it sets up the 33 touch for you if you collect all that information. So what I was showing you is if you click on call from here, we'll see if it does it right. When you hang up, that's when it gives you the option to add activity. There we go. And you can put in like the description of what you guys talked about. And again, this is really important for next quarter when this comes up. You have something to reference. Maybe then you can text them that month and be like, hey, how is this going? All right, remember you guys were about to have a new baby. Is now a good time that you need to look for a bigger home, right? I always think I'm going to remember the conversations and you talk to what 10 people, in 2 days and they all start running together. Okay, that is the best system that you can use to not only do the 33 touch millionaire real estate agent model, but also get email addresses and get your contacts fully complete, which is one of the biggest things you guys can be prioritizing, or I would recommend at this point in your business. Marketing wise, that's it. Getting the contact information. What questions can I answer for you? Yes.
First, a plug for you. In our very first meeting, you set up the system.
Nice.
Working through about 1,600 contacts.
What do you, and are you doing it?
Oh yeah, I am getting a little overloaded.
With the task.
Day.
Right.
So my question first, the system is awesome. It's the best CRM system I've ever seen.
That's a
And
great.
I've worked for multiple banks in multiple areas.
Wow, that's
that
great
all have
feedback.
CRM systems. So, and I love the randomizer that kind of, so you're not always calling on the A's. You can plug his names in.
Right. So what's that called? The D1,
Yeah.
D2 or something? I was like R2, D2, and that's not it. Yeah.
We can go.
Uh-huh.
But is there the plan, like if I need to adjust back to one to try to catch up or not?
I would say we should just restart. We have an appointment with you tomorrow, don't I? Okay, let's go through that. That's a really good question on just the best way I'll go about it, so it doesn't make a mess. Right, but I know what you mean. Yeah, let's talk about that tomorrow. And if you have any questions, I'll stick around. I just want to leave you with just the main 2 resources that you can now, anything you saw that you can do outside of class or with me. First of all, answers.kw.com. I would write that down. Bookmark it. Okay. This is every single thing that you hear in the tech classes or marketing classes. So let's say you remember the quarterly call plan, but I don't really remember how to do it, right? Search the key term. That's why I'm saying when you come to classes, get the big takeaway. What's the word? Smart plan, right? Quarterly call plan. Because in answers.kw.com, you can search anything and it'll give you the how to along with screenshots, little videos and GIFs on how to do it. This is the best. I mean, this is a lot of how I learned the KW tech. Answers.kw.com. This is also why ChatGPT knows most of the answers too. So if you ask ChatGPT about in KW command specifically, how do I set up the quarterly call plan? It'll tell you. I do like Answers better because it has like GIFs on here, the little videos, screenshots, but Chat does know how. And then finally, just to leave you with a reminder how to book with us for free, because again, we'll do this with you, right? You're not alone in this. I know it's overwhelming and you have a business to run in itself, much less set up marketing systems. kwbresources.com, marketing help. We can create that for you, right? If you want leverage, right? Systems, whatever it is, meet with us. You can meet for free every 2 weeks. Any questions I can answer? I will stick around. You want me to look at it? Do we feel okay on how to at least get more help outside of today's class? Okay. And then reminder, this is every Thursday at 12:30. So to keep building your systems for social media, branding, right? It's just staying top of mind strategically, not wasting your time, and with the KW Tech. Yeah, so just the browser, any tab on your browser, you can go to answers.kw.com. Yeah, it's a really good one. All right, guys, thanks for coming. I will stick around to answer any other questions. But yeah, feel free to meet with us.
Hey, Leah, can you hear me? Leah, can you hear me? Hello? Hmm.
Sorry. Hey, yes, I'm here.
Hey, I had a question. I keep getting I guess new people to my account inquiries, and it's the same, it's different names, but it's the same phone number. Do you know what those are? And I look them up and they don't have any
Hmm.
they don't seem legit.
I would say check the source of the contact to see where it came from. It
How do
might
you
just
check?
be spam from your website. So how you do that is simply click on the contact in command,
Yes.
and then let me see where the source is. To, uh, is it 206 area code?
Oh,
Yeah.
mine?
Yes, online.
Oh, I don't know. Sounds familiar. It's like
Oh,
Seattle
it's
or
okay.
Washington.
They're just saying in class that agents are getting a lot of those, so it sounds
Okay,
like
great.
spam. But
Yeah.
if it's coming in from your website, I was trying to find one that had my lead source in there.
Resource,
But
okay. Mhm.
I don't, if it came in from the website as a lead, it would show right here.
Okay. I don't know how it's coming. I just thought about it. But I checked through Forewarn and there's no such person or but it's always the same phone number. Yeah, that must be that same one, the 206.
Yeah, and so it's probably spam.
Yeah, okay.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to shoot them a text or whatever. But yeah, the lead source would show you like if it came in from your website, at least where it's coming from.
Okay, great. Great.
Yeah, and feel free to book with us, Joanne, and
Yeah,
we're happy
great.
to help further. Of
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
course. Yeah. Okay, great. Oh, okay.